The following video is a response to someone's comment under one of my videos, but it was directed at somebody because I'm going to say they're a chicken shit. Hey, genius. They hacked her car. Look into it. Citation, please. Or maybe it wasn't a Chevy Citation, it was a Nova. There's stuff you could only imagine when it comes to technology. You know nothing of agencies and intelligence, says the guy who's posting this under someone on my channel who regularly fact checks my shit and finds sources. So that was amazing. If you're the idiot who posted this comment, number one, I deleted it. It's only going to exist in this video in verbal form. The person you posted it under is a person who can go ahead and fact check or corroborate me and actually gave me useful information a couple of times, because the lady you talked to, are you mansplaining? Is actually pretty good at investigating shit. This is the funny thing. If anybody's not aware of it, on my YouTube channel, some of the commentators that criticize me, actually most of them, happen to be women, and some of them are terrifyingly good at doing what I do. They don't make enough videos on this stuff. It's kind of funny. Anyway, open your mind, or open your mind up. Okay, says the person who's yelling at someone, telling them they're stupid because you disagree with them. That's not open-minded. That's you being a dick. Let's go on. Think James Bond types of gadgets compared to things the masses would never know exist. Your grammar is interesting. When these folks try to wander off the reservation, so to speak, the powers that be don't like it. I love how you use all these nebulous statements, and then you come up with this. Hollywood is dark and so evil. Look up Star Whackers. It's a real thing. Okay. This person who died, that you're claiming was murdered by something, was investigating and exposing, name that person that only conservatives seem to scream about, and her friends, on a specific subject we all know about. But you believe Epstein did nothing wrong, and you believe Donald Trump is innocent, don't you? If you're watching. No, you don't. You're a troll in the comment section saying things that are incendiary so you can get me to make a video or her to respond. 2, you say these things because it gives you power in the comment section, but you know the real agenda is simply having control over the entire United States because it's a megalomaniac kind of thing. Every political party that has ever existed, just like every religion, has delusions of grandeur and a desire to overthrow any power of, by, and for the people. All of the groups that do this, I don't care what persuasion, are always authoritarian, fascist, whatever you want to call it. Communist, doesn't matter. The methodology, those are names of the methodology. It's authoritarianism. And you're not criticizing people we have evidence against, and you're bringing up a person who happens to have run a TV talk show that there's no evidence against at all. Meanwhile, there's a fuck ton of evidence that the government keeps being told to release because we can't trust them because they keep destroying files, like Donald Trump literally grinding up, tearing up, and flushing federal paperwork. Your bias is hanging out like something that would be bought at a sex shop. The claim. They hacked the car of the victim. The they you're referring to being vague again. Well, and I'm going to go off on this a little bit. This is a trope in conspiracy theories. Well, I'm not going to name names. Yeah, because if you name names and it's wrong, people will know you were wrong and you won't listen to you anymore. So you just keep it vague. At least this person's saying it's Hollywood and then blaming, for some reason, a talk show host. This was an assertion that was made long before this death happened. And the individual you're talking about wasn't investigating them. Well, they were, because that person was in a movie about Well, it was about XYZ, but the plot of the movie wasn't that, nor was the story treatment based on it, nor was the author creating a work based on it. Yeah, but it had words that triggered you into believing things. I just got done doing 2 videos on people who just knee-jerk react to their conditioning. Hey, if you're a free zoner, their engrams of how they must behave because you're being pre-programmed. You have been predispositioned and conditioned to do things a certain way based on something that makes AI look smart. And I'm supposed to listen to this kind of person heckle one of my viewers that actually commented basically their opinion on my video that was, if you weren't actually paying attention, something of a critique, because again, I have to bring it up. It's mostly women who do this on my channel for whatever, both channels for whatever reason. But they come by and give me new information. I have to do another goddamn video most of the time. One of them has lately decided to be, well, just heckling and very annoying at times. And it's exhausting and I don't want to do the work anymore. I don't want to do their requests anymore. I was going to make a video addressing it, but we'll do it now. If you're watching and you know who you are, no, you don't, because a lot of you assume that I'm talking about when I'm not. So I'll just say, the one from Montana. Constantly getting mad at me for not finding out what you thought you would find, while asking me to clarify what you say you don't know, is exhausting. I don't have the energy for this, and I don't have to. Just stop lashing out at me. And this guy. It's a guy, most likely. Critiquing a woman that is overqualified to tell you off. I'll just do it for this individual. I'm mansplaining why you don't want to deal with this lady. This is a different lady. You're incompetent and you're an amateur. Go away. I'll forget your name and I'll forget your little thumbnail, and even if you set up another YouTube channel, I won't know it's you and I won't care. I base this on your behavior. You deciding to have a blanket statement about everyone in Hollywood being dark and evil, star whackers, and all this other stuff. Now, no, I'm not going to provide any links below. I'm not even including what you said here. I'm not going to. Because if you want to publish this stuff, take your channel where you post nothing and actually post your truth or some facts, or even better, fucking evidence? No. So the individual was criticizing people in the old days, Comet, Ping Pong, all that kind of stuff. You all know about that. Comet, Ping Pong, Bing Bong, all that kind of stuff. You all know that this was directed exclusively at liberals being terrible people who do that behavior. And of course, in this interim, during a government run by the group of people who made those accusations, the only evidence that keeps coming up on a daily basis is members of that group that used to do the accusing being caught, going to jail, and one fucker, the president, giving them pardons. But we're supposed to listen to your shit before... Clean your own house. Go over there, clean your house. And Senate. Fix this. Not going to do it? Because you feel disempowered and this is your way of feeling jolly and happy? I got people, as the joke goes in the rap universe, I got bitches like you hanging off my balls on a daily basis. I got a wheel barker yelling shit on a regular basis whenever he gets a snoot full. So I can take this. And I stick my neck into the noose every day when I do this. But I'm not Epstein. But don't go after my commenters, people who actually contribute. People who actually have something constructive to say, correcting me. Some people saying angrily, you forgot about XYZ. Oh, well, okay, I'll just do the video again, okay? And specifically, if you suspect that it's a woman and they're a person who's commenting under my videos, half of these people correct me when I'm wrong. Don't pick a fight with them. You will lose. In a battle of wits, you've shown up, no armor, no weapons, already handcuffed, bound and gagged. You're dead. You're done. So no, the car involved was not able to be hijacked that way. Period, full stop. Yeah, but. No, there isn't any yeah, but. You're just an idiot. I contacted people who work on these things. They don't have the ability to do that, period. There isn't any way of breaking into them. In fact, the car was driven by a specific person, was listed as one of them that was unhackable at the time. Some cars are hackable. If you have a car that even tries to connect to a phone or a network of any kind, it's hackable. This one could do those things, but it wasn't hackable for whatever reason. And I mean by literally, it had air gaps. There was no way to control the steering, the accelerator, brake, or anything. Definitely not the shifter. Okay? So you're just wrong. Just get that done. Next, you're going to scream the opposition statement over and over again because you won't look it up, because then you'd have subconsciously an understanding that you're just saying something that isn't true, and maybe you still have enough of a conscience to understand that that's morally wrong. And you can't afford to do that. So, yeah, this is a response to someone who decided to pick an argument in the comment section who fucked around and found out today that won't be allowed to happen. I don't have time for your shit. No one does. And no one should. You have a YouTube channel. If you want to make these assertions in a video, just like you did here, and then provide evidence. Not your truth, not some facts. Actual concrete evidence of every assertion you make, period. If there's even one you didn't give evidence for, don't make the assertion. I don't have to prove anything here, you do. You're the one coming here with a whack job commentary, and you have to prove you're right. I don't have to disprove shit. The burden of proof is on the asshole making the statement. And I'm not the asshole this time, amazingly enough. And again, for the umpteenth time. I've actually said this in other videos, but that was in previous channels. They're all gone. If you see someone commenting under my videos and you suspect that they're probably a woman and they're actually correcting me on something minor, don't pick a fight with them. You will lose. Because for some reason, I get brilliant women commenting under my videos most of the time. Even if they don't like what I say, even if sometimes they get abusive about it, and I don't want to do anything for them anymore, do not pick a fight with any women who comment under my videos and actually correct me and get things right, because you're just seeing that you haven't, it's not even their final form. Don't do that. Okay? I don't know where these women come from. They're impressive, and honestly, I like them. But shut up. But you would too if you knew. But seriously, don't. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. And in this guy's case, you're really going to need it.